Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're back with another classic Who reaction. This is the Romans Part 4. Last episode was really good, probably the best so far, so I've got high hopes for this episode as well. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should be able to get the Web Planet Part 2 on Patreon. That should have just gone up on Patreon yesterday. I don't think there's much more to be said. Remember, the full uncut unedited reaction to this and all my shows is available on Patreon, listed in the description below. And without further ado, let's just get straight on into this.
They really are fighting for their lives. Get up, you turn and fight! Get up! Your Caesar commands it!
Now, is he dead?
Get out this way! Come on, Barbara! Kill them! Kill them! After them! I'll back for you somehow! After them! You'll never catch them now! Back to your posts! I'll teach you to turn against me.
We could have caught them, Caesar Nero.
Fool, you'd never have stood a chance in the street outside. But I'll see them dead. I'll see them dead.
You think they'll come back, Caesar Nero?
For her. And when they do, you'll recognize them. Take my guards and bring them to me.
I understand, Caesar Nero.
If you succeed, you will be rewarded. If you fail, you die.
You will die.
So you are a friend of the gladiators, are you? Give me your sword.
What the? Oh, jeez. I actually thought he stabbed Barbara for a minute. Jeez.
Quite hard enough.
No. Well, I think it would be safer if we talked in there. Tavius, I'm desperate. You're the only one I can turn to. I can't move anywhere in the palace. The guards watch me all the time.
Now, please, slowly. I don't understand.
Well, you remember when you first brought me here? I told you that I didn't intend to stay. Well, that time has come. I was planning to leave. A friend of mine, Ian, is coming to collect me.
Go on.
Well, Nero's found out about it. And he intends to use me to trap Ian.
I see. When's your friend coming?
I think it's tonight.
Good.
Oh.
Now, don't worry. I'll think of something, I promise you. Everything will be all right.
What can I say? I can't repay you.
I need no reward. Besides, I have my own
way. I think I'll take a leaf out of his book for once.
Nice. Ian's learning from the doctor. That's really good to see.
You know what this is, child, don't you?
Plans?
Yes. Caesar Nero made it. For rebuilding Rome. Let me see. Where are we now? 64 A.D. July. Yes, of course. He sets fire to Rome.
I know about that, Doctor.
Yes, he must expect his plan will be ready at any time now.
The way he keeps doing that.
Is my name?
Ah, the way he hisses.
I'm sorry, but I have news.
Yes?
Nero has arranged for you to play in the arena.
Oh, has he now? Well, I must have misjudged the fellow. Well, that settles that little bit of intrigue. I'm a would-be murderer, am I?
Well, so the doctor had to stay to find
Good
out
day, child.
because he always loves to
Soon as it's
get to
done.
the bottom
Now,
of
now,
things.
there'll be no arguments. You will do as I say. Maximus, my dear.
I don't know why today my internet is causing intermittent issues. It's bugging the hell out of me.
Surprise for you. Guess what it is. Well, now, let me think. You want me to play in the arena? You guessed. But it's no problem at all. After all, you want to do your very best for your fellow artists. Well, why not the arena? Yes, of course. That is exactly right. Yes, well, I promise you, I shall try to make it A roaring success.
You'll have to play something special, you know.
No, I like
Of course, yes,
the
something
Doctor
serious.
with his subtle.
Something that they can really get their teeth into. Hmm?
Oh, no, you can't. I've told no one. See, alligators will get you, fool, traitor.
Genius?
Brilliant! You are a genius, a genius. I will make you rich, rich.
You can tell he's a very
Keep out my plan,
unstable
Billy. Wouldn't let me build my new Rome.
emperor.
But if the old one is burnt, if it goes up in flames, they will have no choice. Rome will be rebuilt to my design. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, yes, of course, yes, that new slave of yours, that girl. She and some of her friends are coming here tonight. They'll be captured and killed.
Oh, I bet she's pleased about that.
Tonight. No time like the present.
Yeah, you can tell she's absolutely delighted.
Stand up straight, soldier.
I like that theme music. Is that gold or silver?
We'll pick them up. There you are.
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. If I get the chance, I'm going to find Barbara.
That's enough. Silence!
That was just a sample. There will be more for you if you carry out a task that I have for you. I want you men to start fires in the hutments next to the circus. The fire will spread quickly. By tonight, all Rome will be ablaze. Kill anyone who tries to stop you. You are acting on orders from Caesar Nero. Put this on.
Will we get out of here?
There's a chance, Barbara. Just a chance.
I really like the way this is sort of being separate as two separate stories. I don't think this is the best story for,
Oh, wait, it's only us.
I don't think this is the best story for developing Vicky's character.
Good luck, my child. Good luck.
I really like him, his cat. Oh, I get it. He's Christian.
I expect Ian and Barbara will be wondering when we are going to get back.
I get it now. That guy is Christian.
The great fire of Rome, my dear.
My first real sight of history.
Yes, most memorable occasion.
Well, I'll have it mine.
Now, look here, young lady. Let's settle this, insinuating...
So
that all
this will
is
be sort
my
of
fault.
the time where the Doctor realizes that maybe he can meddle in some points of history.
For them.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so hungry.
Yes,
Well, they wouldn't have eaten well, really. Why?
Barbara, there must be a bit of that cold peacock of yours left in the fridge. Why don't you have a look?
Now he pulled one over her, like she did with him.
Instead of sitting there making stupid jokes, why don't you get yourself cleaned up? As a matter of fact, you can start with this.
Oh, Barbara.
Well, you broke it.
I did.
It's very much like, you know, it was in the first episode.
Well, 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 well.
Oh, Donka.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, what zest, what youthful exuberance. Try not to look at them, child. Their outburst of energy could make you go dizzy.
When we went to Rome, we met Nero. And they all thought that...
No, it is not.
Although I'm sure they could probably say something about Nero.
Got a
And
funny side to it, hasn't it?
Come along, lazy bones.
Roman souvenir.
Yeah, you could probably sell that for quite a bit when you get back.
Where will we go next? Has the doctor told you yet?
Oh, no, he never does that.
You mean it's a surprise?
Yes, to everybody.
Especially the
The doctor
doctor.
can work the ship, can't he?
Yes.
To a
Sort of.
degree.
Go on, he must know what he's doing. He's been at those controls for hours. I don't believe you. Come on, Barbara.
Oh, what's that sound?
Anything wrong, Doctor?
Huh? Oh, Chesterton, yes, you know, I wouldn't have thought it possible, but somehow we've materialized for a split second of time and been imprisoned in some kind of force. I simply can't break its hold. Somewhere,
Okay.
somehow, we're being slowly dragged down.
Dragged down?
Hmm.
To what?
I really must admit, another good cliffhanger, along with a really good episode as well. And I think, apart from that first episode, which was quite slow, I really feel that this story, the Romans, progressively got better and better. Obviously, the next story is the Web Planet. When this goes up on YouTube, as I said, probably part 2 would have just gone up of the Web Planet. Yeah, so it had a lot of good things in, especially the part about the Doctor sort of giving the idea to Nero. Like, if any of you have seen the Fires of Pompeii, you may not remember this, but there was a moment in there where David Tennant sort of says, "Oh, before you ask, that fire had nothing to do with me." Well, maybe a little bit, you know. He was sort of, and this is the story he was basically alluding to, or at least this last part. So it was nice to be able to finally sort of recognize something that was mentioned in New Who that sort of comes from classic Who. I mean, obviously the sound of the Dalek ship hasn't changed, but this is probably sort of the first reference to something in New Who from classic Who. So yeah, I really did enjoy all the characters, and that part at the end with the slave master sort of in Nero's palace about the Doctor going to assassinate Nero, and ultimately him near the end of the time in the palace, as Barbara and Ian leave, he gets a cross out, sort of Christian, so it becomes the whole thing of, you know, Christians versus the Romans, all of that sort of thing. Yeah, but a very good episode. I must admit, I really did like the character of the one that got bought Barbara. The twist about the doctors who he was playing, and all of that. This story generally was quite good, and I think I'm going to give it an 8. I probably would have given it a 6 if it was maintained the first episode sort of level, but I think it's deserving of an 8. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to give it higher than that. I'm very cautious when giving high scores, because I don't believe I've seen enough classic Who to really identify high tier episodes yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. But let's break this down. We start off with the fight, and then instead of chopping Ian's head off, he attacks Nero, and they get into a fight. Nero is a little ticked off that Barbara betrayed him, and that she's a friend of the Gladiator, or Ian. Here we have the Queen or Empress basically saying that she wants Barbara gone. Here we have Barbara speaking to, is it? No, I can't remember his name. I wish I would have picked up on his name. Saying that she has to leave, and basically it's good timing because her friend is coming and that the Empress wants her gone anyway. The guards are getting ready to ambush sort of Ian and his friend. Here we've introduced to Nero's version of Rome. We learn here that the Doctor's going to be assassinating Nero. And the Doctor was was quite surprised that, you know, the person he was impersonating was an assassin. Here we have the Doctor sort of subtly mentioning to Nero that he knows. It's quite a funny scene, this. Obviously the Doctor's glasses are magnifying the sun and setting fire to his map. Nero's pretty ticked off, but soon he takes a turn because it's a brilliant idea. Set the old Rome alight and build a new. Here we have the wife very much happy that Barbara's going to be killed along with her friends. Then we have Barbara here waiting for Ian, and Nero hiring some people to basically set the place alight. Then we have the one who manages the slaves find Ian and tell him that Barbara, and take him to Barbara. Here we have them reunited and eventually leave. And yeah, I think that's the last we see of him. And that's, yeah, just before this is, I think, when you see his cross, indicating that he is a Christian. And I guess that's what all his character's ultimately about, saving Barbara because she was really kind and all of that. Here we have Doctor and Vicky leaving, them getting ready to burn the city to the ground. Ian and Barbara escaping the palace. Then we turn back to the Doctor and Vicky, and they get to see the fire from afar. And Vicky's like, oh no, this was you, Doctor, and I think this is the point where he learns that there are some moments he can interfere with, which is very significant, especially with the fires of Pompeii, I think. And referencing this episode, because this is a very significant moment, I believe, for the Doctor and the Doctor Who universe, that he realizes maybe he can meddle to a degree. I mean, that's my interpretation of it. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Barbara and Ian get back. Barbara basically tells Ian what happened. Ian's pretty ticked off, as anyone would be. Then when the Doctor and Vicky get back, they think that they've never left and don't even give Ian and Barbara a chance to say the truth of what happened. They just think they were laying and relaxing. Then we get back to the TARDIS, we dematerialize. Vicky is surprised that the Doctor doesn't know where we're going, and then we end off with the TARDIS being dragged down somewhere. Okay, so that was my breakdown of the Romans Part 4 Inferno. Really enjoyed this story. After breaking that down, I think I'm going to stick with an 8. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to continuing on Doctor Who. This season so far has been very good. I'm hoping that the level of stories very much keeps up throughout this season, and see how the companions develop, especially Vicky. I'm looking forward to seeing how her character develops the most. I don't think there's much more. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.